Alrighty, so we are back to my realm in Minecraft. It's been a while since I've actually streamed. Actually, almost well over a year. Um, just haven't had the time to do it. It just, life gets in the way and other things have been going on and life happened and, you know, now I'm kind of just, trying to get back into it, but let's see how that'll go. I'm not going to be holding myself to a high standard on trying to stream again regularly. Um, but, just making my way through my realm here, building up different things. Um, as you can tell, this is a bit of a castle. And I do know that I am doing this on creative, and I'm kind of like, I really don't care at this point. Because I know I could gather the resources, I could get everything that I want and need out of this world. Because, let's face it, we are at in this world is infinity at this point. Um, we're at 700 in the 700 area. We're not that far away from spawn, which spawn, the original spawn that I came in with this world, because if people actually who are watching this or have seen from day one was all the way back over here in this taiga biome. Like this was spawn. Like I spawned in right here, and this is what I built up and created into my little home. There has been a few modifications like this. There's a structure that went down here and went up and went into the mob dropper, which that was actually a kind of like a gold farm in a way. It would have another portal right in there, and the pigmen would come in, drop, go up that way, and then they just fall. But the amount of time it actually take for them to get there, and the amount of time they'd actually spawn, and this, that, and the other thing, it just was like, whatever. Not really too much of a hard press on gold as well. Of course, we're back. We've got our chicken little farm here. Got the pigs. We got some automated sugar. We've got all the different types of wool. Except something's missing right there. I don't know who. But there is that. We've got the cows, obviously. Now, this is actually a very interesting pixel art kind of thing that I have set up. It is a zombie head, and if you come down here, we actually have... First is actually getting down here, because we have to go down almost, 40 levels. This is actually a 2 mob spawners, and they will spawn... I think that one's a skeleton, and that one is a zombie. They will go down into a point. They will go up. They will go over and around, and then they'll drop right there. So we're gonna sit and wait a little bit. And yeah, figure this out. And oh, look at that! It's Ben sitting in the chat. He doesn't want to, ever play Minecraft with me, and just, all of a sudden decides to join the chat. So let's see what... It does take a little bit of time for them to get up and around and eventually down. See? And now we have them. I'm not answering your phone call. And this is what actually just got me PO'd to stop streaming in the first place. No offense, Ben. I'd be sitting and doing a stream, and then people would call me and try to talk to me while I'm actually streaming, and I'm kind of like, what? I'm trying to do a stream here, and people are now calling me. So yeah. Now he wants me to call him. So now we go over this way. We've got the Tower of basically Sauron, pretty much, up here. And then we got an old wizard watchtower kind of thing going on. That's the hall of people's faces who've been on here. And Bud's is yet to be put in, and Ben's is supposed to be up there somewhere, but he is lazy. We got a storage area here. This is a quarry, actually, that I've been painstakingly removing all the blocks from and putting them into that storage or that storage over there. And then we've come over here. We got a little town. Got a nice little farm. We've got sugar. I think that leads down to a mine of some sort. Got a little house back there. Of course, we got a Christmas tree. And then here we got another castle with another building, and here we actually have an iron farm. Yes, iron golems. Iron golems with... Where's the chests? Chests of iron. Got iron for days here. Yes, I know I can just spawn it in myself, but you know what? Some things you can just let be automated. And I forgot actually one other thing over here is this is actually a automated kind of furnace where top will be the ore, middle will be the fuel, and then here we have everything that's been emptied out. So kind of cool. And then we've got over here to the nether. Go down this hallway, which, alright. We've got different colors. We've got a teal going to the, can't even see what, to the north. We've got red going west. It's like a greenish yellow to the south, and a black to the east. And you follow the black down the hallway a little bit, and you hit the purple here. The purple leads us actually down to the end, which, when I get down to it, we can get in. And then we got a little portal right over here that will drop us into the end. Come up here. I'm eventually going to finish moving this way so that the Endermen don't bother us. And then we have to go back up that way to the end portal to get back. Then over here we actually have a little bit of a walk, but stay here for a minute, you'll see why. A heck of a lot of Endermen start spawning in. So this is another way for us to get XP and get all the Ender pearls in the world that we ever will need. So yeah. These back in here. We'll just come back over here. Can throw an ender pearl to go through that portal here, and it'll actually send us to a random area in the end here. It'll actually generates a end ship and city with course and stuff like that. We come back here to our lovely abode of the castle, which from the inside is kind of crappy at the moment. Which that's a maze. I did that all by free hand, and it was actually kind of fun to build that. And there's a little bit of a secret behind that, and if anybody ever wants to play it, I'll send them a download and they can actually go into that and have some fun. But the castle is starting to come along a little bit. It's looking a lot better as I continue moving on here. And then at some point I'm going to actually build houses around the castle, because, you know, why not? Here's a little, here's a portal going back to our hub, if you will. We got a fortress over there, but we go down this hallway, we wind up getting onto the north track. And the north track actually will take us to several places. We've got a jungle build going on that way, which is, it's a jungle build kind of, but it's also me just building in the trees with acacia wood and, you know, just stuff that kind of makes it like a tree house in a way. And then we have a little long stretch which brings us down to here, and out this portal, which brings us here. That way is to a hallway of memories, which that's kind of, I'm never gonna say have this stream go there, because I don't want them to. I don't want to bring it there. And but over here we have this is what I'm going to create into a giant kind of city in a way. I want to actually have like skyscrapers and stuff like that. Because it starts at 63, and it depending on how big it's gonna be, it takes up a quarter of this, half of this, whatever it may be, and then you have little shops or little houses all around it, and then next one over do the same thing. Each one has its own little like block and stuff like that. Maybe even have one long stretch where it just goes down, and then on either side is just its hotel after skyscraper after whatever, just built up next to each other with a little path in between the different structures. So this is going to be a lot to work on, and it's one of my kind of dream kind of projects to do. But with the recent update with all the colors, we get all these different brighter colors to actually play with, and then on top of that we get these terracotta, and we can have different kinds of beds, and it's this update kind of is a little bit more fun now with the amount of colors that we actually play with. So yeah, there's another build. It's a random bed. There's another build way back at the Snow Village, but that's somebody else's work, and I really don't want, if they don't want their work on stream, I don't want to have them to come back at me like, why'd you put that work out on stream? So either way, kind of a bit of a world tour for now, and yeah, I'm gonna head back to the castle, and I really want to finish working on that, so I might mute myself here and there while I'm working and go from there. Answer any questions that I might get while I'm working on it and stuff like that. So alright. This is a big kind of undertaking. I've never actually built something this large scale before. I've just done small things. I've done little projects here and there. I've not really done a massive undertaking as in building something so huge and so, and actually I'm kind of impressed with the fact that I've done as much detail with it as I have. The tower, as you saw, had a little bit of, it just was very, it was just brick. It was all brick. It was pretty much, oh, I'm done within a couple hours of work. But now this is, I have to do every single layer of work. This is an outer layer, and then this is the inner layer, like the middle layer, which then you have the back layer, which has the, has the neon green behind it. I mean, even hell, I could do, let's see here. I could probably do something with, this. Just really quick. And it kind of gives it a little bit more depth, but it doesn't work with what I've got right now. And I've kind of built myself into a hole where I can't really give it too much definition because of how straight I've made it. I've kind of just was like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, and I kind of shot myself in the foot because now I'm sitting here saying, well, I could have done that a little bit different to make that different, but I can't do it now because the build is like this top section was created, I'd say, started about 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, this bottom section I had built, like this bottom section, the road this way, and a little bit of the main archway here, like this, like section of the front wall was built probably last year sometime, and yeah, no, I stopped. I stopped building. I stopped doing everything. I just was. I guess I was tired. But at the same point, like I said before, work's work. I was just done with trying to do everything, and I couldn't keep up with trying to stream. I'm still trying, do blogs here and there of different things. Like I've got a blog for, Galaxy of Heroes still sitting there. I've got about the whole territory battles and everything else. And I've got another one on, Netflix's Death Note. I started writing that when the first day the new frickin' movie came out, and I could not finish writing it because I guess I'm a little bit lazy, but it is what it is. Like I've been on disability for the last month, and it's been it's been nice to be off for 6 weeks, but I mean, still, like I could have had more blogs, I could have had more done. I could have been streaming the entire time, but I chose not to be. So I just first couple weeks were a bit rough. I had a wart on my not a wart, a cyst on my wrist for the last several years, and it was starting to hinder me doing games. It had me hindered me doing work, and I just said enough's enough. I needed to get taken care of, and wound up doing it. And the doc said it was almost about an inch in width, and there's been some difficulty post-op with me. I've actually had problems bringing my wrist back versus forward, and my doctor was saying that he's never had a patient where it's going back's the problem, going forward is always the problem. But for some reason it's the opposite. So it's kind of sucks when you think about it, because he's like, oh well, normally it's everything around, and I cut away this part of the bone, so that things can breathe or whatever the heck it is. And he was like, yeah, I've just never had another case where it's been the opposite of what the normal is. So I know I'm yapping around, but just the first time back, it hasn't been. It's been a while since I've streamed, and just been kind of missing it, kind of not missing it. The whole. I don't mean to throw Ben underneath the bus. It just was, a little bit rude of me to be putting him on blast right off the bat while he's calling me. And I just, I think that was another thing that was really getting on my nerves the last time. Like, every time I'd go to stream, somebody would be calling me. Somebody would be wanting to talk while I'm streaming, and it's like, okay, you realize I can't stream while, I'm talking on the phone. So I'll probably call him in a little while and be like, yo, dude, what, give me a break here. Oh, yeah. This is seriously a project that I've been working on for quite a while, and to feel that it's kind of coming to a close is, great and all. But I do know I gotta get all the way around of the wall on the outside, then all the way around on the inside with the same exact pattern, which, okay, that's gonna get repetitive and a little bit boring, which is why I kind of have multiple projects going on at the same time. Like that whole frickin' mob farm was, I spent a day or two on that, and I looked for it because I was like, I really want to find this little farm area or a spawner or two that are near each other so that I can actually have a XP farm in the overworld. Can throw a book of mending on any of my tools or armor and let the XP just heal it up. And then on top of that, I think I'm actually done with the birch fences. Jeez. Completely lost my train of thought, but like right now, if I actually when I go over to survival mode, because I do tend to still go to survival mode for like some things. The frickin' I have a mine that I've been working on. Like that's a pain in the butt project and a half, because it's me sitting there and just mining for hours and hours, and then running up and then dumping all that and then running back down and then getting another full inventory full of stuff. But then there's another mine that's it's a kind of an offshoot of the main, where I'm sitting there and I'm going through the canyon, the caverns here. And I'm just kind of every 3 or 4, I'm just moving things around, and I'm putting in some spruce trees and stuff like that to kind of give it a little bit of an accent support kind of thing, so that kind of stands out a little bit. It looks like it's an active mine in a way. So yeah. Now the question really is going to be, how am I going to... just going to close this for now. Something that has been bothering me is the fact that this has been wide open. Even though it's been wide open, well, with it being wide open, it's been letting in the damn rain, and it's been pain in the butt. Because every time I come into the little area here, it's like, well, it's raining. I don't want to be in the rain. I want to be outside the rain. Well, out of the rain, not outside it. And then at the same time, I've also got Galaxy of Heroes sitting on in the background so that I can get some pieces of gear for that. And then my mother texts me. Let's get this, just go around this way for a little bit. So my original plan was to stream Battlegrounds because I do enjoy playing Battlegrounds, but there was a snag. Xfire keeps saying that my frames per second is at 4, and couldn't really have a decent stream with a 4 FPS screen and everything else, which I don't know about you, I would not want to be watching my stream if it was 4 FPS and there was nothing I can do to pretty much increase the frame rate. It's kind of stuck at that point. So I decided, you know what, I'll just stream some Minecraft for a little while, maybe switch over to Stardew Valley at some point, and go from there. So that becomes a matter of, we'll see whether or not I have the endurance to do it. Who knows? Can't even see how long I've been actually streaming. Well, actually, no, I can actually tell I've been streaming for easily 30 minutes because that's when Ben actually came into the chat room. So I can see where that is. So I've been doing a stream for 30 minutes already, which is great. Did a 30-minute quick overview of where the world's at, and then now we just build up on projects that I've been working on for the last, I don't know how long. It's just, I know at some point I'm going to actually put a little bit of a design in here because we do have a map way down there, or over there, of all of the area between here and the original spawn, because at some point or another, from the beginnings of this road we're going to actually create a path that goes along the shoreline and then up to that little spawn area. Depending on how many houses I put in here, I don't know how many I'm going to do at the moment, because I really do like the landscape right now of how this is right now. The only thing I want to change is actually make that river along that mountain a little bit wider. Probably push back a lot of this side of the grass so that it can actually look like it's coming from the mountain down, going that way, going this way, and then weaving its way around. Because it does go around and then up against that mountain, and then it just kind of plateaus there, and then it goes, hits there, and that's where it stops. But then somehow it comes out over here. Kind of thinking about just blowing up a pathway through here and just have it go all the way out to the ocean. Which, you know what? That might actually be the project to do after I'm done with this, because I'm kind of not tired with this castle yet. I want to get the top on. Then I can do the aesthetics of, what exactly is on this top later. Because I'm ready for this project to be done. This part of the project. So we're kind of getting this closer and closer to being completely encased. It's taking its time, but, not much else you can really do about it. I'm spacing out quite a bit right now as I'm focusing on this. So I apologize for that. I'm just, getting hyper-focused on it and not really paying attention. Mainly because I'm just focused on getting this cap on, pretty much. Alright. Last roof, and then we work on everything else. Ay, ay, ay. Just a lot of work involved with, you'd think, oh yeah, creative is, that much more difficult and, it's easier. I mean, creative is easier because, you're spawning in all of the, materials that you need and, this, that, and the other thing, which, I get grinding out the work. I get, grinding out, oh, you need like 6,000, stone just to have stone bricks. I get it. Completely 100% get it. But at the same point, creative mode kind of allows you to bypass a lot of that, but still having to create the right patterns, the right, everything, to make sure everything is completely the way you want it. It take time. Like this has taken me years, a year to really finally create. Yeah, there's almost a year break in there, but me finally sitting down and say, all right, well, let's rework some of the designs for the wall. And next thing you know, it's like, all right, an hour later has passed, and I'm sitting there like, well, crap. Ay, ay, ay. Is that rain? It is rain. Holy crap. Sitting here, I'm like, what the heck is that noise? So, tomorrow I actually have a golf outing with my fellow coworkers. It's been actually a while since I've seen a couple of them because I have actually gone out golfing twice this week already. And Sunday makes the third weekend. Time this week I'm actually being able to go on and play golf. The doctor was adamant about me not playing golf almost 6 weeks ago, but, the fact that now I'm healed pretty much, he's like, alright, whatever. Sorry, I'm just, getting some stuff done in, the Galaxy of Heroes, because I have stuff to collect, and I got some timers on a few things that I need to pick up before it's too late. So yeah, I'm gonna set up another wall on the inside after this is all said and done, to prevent mobs from really getting on top of me when I'm down there. But I don't think I'm going to make a way to get all the way up here. What I might do is just reverse the outside pattern a little bit to have light and other things. But I don't know yet. Okay, so the top's done. Now we just focus on getting all this green stuff set up. And missed a spot. That sucks. So, NASCAR is officially in playoff season, which I'm sitting here saying, hooray. Because my driver, Mr. Ryan Blaney, is in the running. And I hope he wins. Be great to see him win for the Wood Brothers. He is a really good racer, especially for the age of like 23, I think it is. So yeah, I was kind of a Junior fan, but I'm biased towards Chevy and Toyota, because Toyota's really, in my opinion, Toyota's not a American-made car. Dodge, Chevy, Ford, American-made cars. They're here. They're one of the big three manufacturers in the U.S. And to see that Dodge has been out for a while, and Ford is really my next option, I root for Ford. But Chevy kind of, I'm kind of biased towards because of the fact, my parents were Chevy investors up until the market crash, and they wound up filing bankruptcy, and all the shares that my parents had kind of, were null and void at that point, and they lost quite a bit of money. So, yeah, that's my bias towards Chevy. I don't agree with Toyota being in the series altogether. Because, it just, again, it's a sport that was originated in America because of the bootleggers that, were running alcohol up to, New York, or, from Canada down, or, stuff like that. Like, that's where I consider, like, we started there. It was an American sport because of that fact. Why are we involving, a Toyota that's actually from Japan? But, it just, I don't know, I'm just speaking like crazy right now. I just don't agree with Toyota. Not to mention, I don't agree with Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is, I think, in many regards, a bit of a bully. But he also cries about losing every single time. He doesn't own up for anything. But who knows? Never met the guy in person. Alright, we're almost done with the center of the castle. Like one step ahead, and then sometimes one, two things behind, and I don't know. So I'm like hitting ASD and bouncing back and forth and stuff like that. So I apologize if I'm getting anybody seasick from the motion that I'm doing. My eyes are getting a little bit droopy. I don't know why. I've got coffee, I've got soda, I've got water next to me. Yet my eyes are still like, we kind of want to like just chill out and relax a minute. Kind of like, well, no. You've had like all day to just chill out. Alright, 3 more. Alright, so the initial build is pretty much done. Alright, So I'm gonna go AFK real quick, splash some water on my face, so I'll be right back. Alrighty. And I'm back. Gave Ben a quick phone call and today. Oh, sorry about that. So, he understood. Kind of was confused as to why I was streaming, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see, what do I need? What do I need? I need this. Because I'm actually not done with the outside just yet. Hey, there's a horse. A skeleton horse? There's a skeleton horse. Okay then. That's 4 skeleton horses that just popped out. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Do we really want to finish this part today? Or do we want to go somewhere else for now? Gotta change the scenery. We're gonna gotta change the scenery. Yeah, let's throw that there, throw those in there. We're gonna throw this along here. Put one, and we're gonna throw that there. One there, one there, one there, one there. We're just gonna randomly place some birch. Saplings. We get a lot of birch saplings were taken out when I start clearing out this area. Let's get a little bit ridiculous how close those are. Alright, we're gonna do that for now. See how that winds up becoming. Plant some more later on. Let's be honest, that's quite a bit of trees, and they're not really that even, and yeah. So let's go game mode 3. You guys can actually see. The spawner a little bit better. So go into the mountain. And I lit up everything, like all the caves around it, mainly because I didn't really want too much spawns going on while it was active. Actually, let's go from here. Mode 1, let's get a night vision potion. So now we can actually see everything. So yeah, this is how it's actually set up. That's the skeleton spawner goes down here, hits this, goes up all the way, and then down, over, and then gone. Down they go into that hole. And, you know, the same thing goes for the zombie spawner. Just all these guys get to one spot, and then out they go. One thing else that's in here is we do have a enchantment bench. We do have anvil and ender chest for you bringing your stuff around. But speaking of ender chests, we probably do have a lot of them around. Mainly because, why not? I forgot to actually remove the potion of night vision from my inventory, but you know what? Whatever. Alright, so we do need to find torches. We do need some torches. And now, okay, so where do we want to actually be going? That direction is the existing mine that I've been working on forever and a day. What I have been doing is working on the area around the spawner to remove all of the blocks that are near it. So, like, I'm working on getting all of these blocks moved away. Mainly because, why not? So, yeah, I'm kind of debating on which direction I really want to be going with this. That would be interesting to go back this way. Because this is all... I kind of blocked off everything with these half slabs whenever I picked up, like, resources and stuff. I don't know. You know what? Let's just go this way from here. Let's take down this wall. Let's just go. Let's have some fun. But then we have lava beneath us. Great. Let's put some cobblestone down on this. Just to make it a little easier. Alright, so continue our march this way. Why I'm going this way, I don't know really. Why not at this point? so we got lava here. Right, let's see what happens now. So let's see here. Do we want to continue moving on this direction, or do we want to move in a different direction? Alright, so let's do a calculation real quick. You know what? Let's just I'm out of spruce wood, alright. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so we're gonna take out all these lava buckets. Move them over here. Those of you that don't know, lava buckets are a good source of fueling your furnace's fire. Alright, so I'm out of spruce wood here. Well, we'll use what we got for now just to kind of space it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Really? That sucked. So yeah. Was not expecting that. And I completely forgot that I turned on keep inventory in case one dies. Because my heart just sank when the moment I saw my death with the lava. I was like, well, I'm dead. Well, still got my lava or my stuff. Alright, so where does this lava come from? It comes from up there. There's an entire pool down here. We have actually a chance here. Here's what we're gonna do. Dig all this out. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw all this gear back up here. We're gonna put I thought there was a slot for archery stuff. I guess not. We get some buckets. And then we're gonna switch back again, because why not? Oops. Alright, so now that that is taken care of, at some point or another, I need to transfer all of these buckets to the furnace up there. There's some gold, there's some coal, there's... What else we got here? Means one of the blocks was not dug up. It's one of these two. There it is. Alright, so... I think that was an almond to go that way. Amount of gold, the amount of coal. I'm gonna say, why not? Alright, so... Boop, boop. Alright, so now we've got this mine going. And I should qualify it as mine shaft. Because eventually what's going to happen, and this is just going to be by complete me being a wackadoo. We're going to have this entire underneath here pretty much connected. Like this whole section, like down here, all this was, 3x3 cells. Now it's all of a sudden wide open space. This entire area will eventually be just like this. And it's a lot of area, as you can see. It is a vast amount of area. This is going to be interesting when I have to hit this lava pool. This whole area is a vast amount of space and a lot of time for me to do it. And then on top of that, what will eventually happen is, as we go back this way, I've started a second mine shaft area, which is up here, and it will mirror the bottom. I'm going to have several areas that connect the two, and they're eventually going to be very similar. And both of them will meet up with the actual quarry that is back over here. Everything will load in. Like the entrance is right there, and this is the quarry area. And what I'm going to do is actually store all of this stuff that I now have in places up here. Because why not? Got the storage for it. The question is where? Is that? Where is the andesite stash? Okay, andesite dirt. Oh, it's dirt. Oops. That's dirt. That's that. That's gravel. Where's the gravel section? There's dirt. There's a lot of dirt, as you can tell. Okay, that was all those chests full of dirt. Now, where is the... Oh, here's a whole bunch of random stuff chests. So we're just gonna... Let's just stuff this in here real quick. We'll put that there. We'll put this here. We'll put spruce wood here. Throw that in there. We're gonna need to... oh, there's some more torches here. Some more torches. What else do we got in here? What's that? That's mushrooms. Cobblestone slabs. Alright, so we got that. Let's go this way. Let's I converted everything to like upside down slabs, and because I had seen somewhere that it was upside down slabs, it still wouldn't get the snow. Well, I cleared it off, and then at some point or other that stopped happening. So gold and iron ore, we'll throw that in there. We'll throw this in there. I guess they're all maxed out. Oh yeah. all maxed out. So it's that. Now let's go over to the it's kind of a bank, I guess you could say. Something like a bank. And just come back here. We've got gear. We've got materials. Which, speaking of, I think I might need to. And screw that. We'll not have to worry about that just yet. Some gold. We've got lapis. We got iron. We got some emeralds. We got diamonds. I think we only got like one nether star. Yeah, one nether star. Got some quartz. Got some coal and charcoal. Got armor. At some point or other, I'm gonna go take these out and have some fun with them. Got a bunch of diamond gear. What else? Oh, we got some more iron ore and redstone and diamonds. I forgot to dump these before. Oop, that's chicken. Let's go put this stuff away. Kind of added the extra snow piles because gotta make it look like, oh yeah, we're, in kind of a bit of a snow biome area, and the snow's just piling up over here. Okay, we do have, I remembered we do have a horse in here. What do we got? Some horse dirt. Yes. Here's some of the spruce wood that we need. Anything else we got up here? The amount of chests that I have in this world is just insane. The chests with the amount of stuff that I have, I guess you could say. Because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much stuff I do have. We've got this house here, which has storage in here too. We got more dirt. We got, stuff that goes along with this whole house. We got sugar cane. Pretty sure the sugar cane's from the sugar farm back down there. Let's see, what else do we got going on? I know there's some stuff over here. I could have sworn I put something over here, just by random chance. Whatever. See, I don't know what to do really now. I did have an idea for another building up on that mountain, but this castle's kind of been what I've been wanting to focus on. We do have another house idea, though. Or just another house in general. Oop, that's not chicken. kind of even out the area. That's right, we do have a house kind of being built over here. Yeah. We'll see what I had started with. Spruce wood stairs. Okay. Stone bricks. Okay. We've got some glass panels. We've got all right. So I don't remember what I was actually building here though. That is the problem I'm currently facing. Could only imagine that this was just where I wanted to originally have it. Like at least the walls. Like so. Alright, so probably something like that. And build that up and around. And then I guess let's make a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or no, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll do that. And then just for sake of privacy, we'll do something like this for that side. Something like that. Boom, boom. And then we'll do that. Yeah, that works. Jump back in here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Shattered. Hopes and dreams shattered. Alright, so that's that. It's kind of a basic house, but alright, we'll do that. And then we're going to take that. So let's see. I think what my original plan was something like this. I think. I think we're going to continue with the spruce wood up. getting annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do one more out. Yeah, so we're doing kind of like the reverse of kind of the normal in a way, where we are using brick as the main thing versus the wood, which is kind of intriguing me, but at the same time worrying me with how this is really going to turn out. There's that. Alright, so I'm going to let all this open area for building the top part of the house. I don't know. We'll see. More than likely we'll continue this at a later date. I'm trying to remember how I had this set up to begin with, and that's a little bit difficult. So, yeah. We can delete those. Delete those. What's in here? Nothing. Delete. Trying to get rid of this stuff. Leave me alone. I don't want it. No, just do this real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Alright, so there's that all moved out of the way. And of course I picked it all back up. Got, you know. Oops. Oh! That's not good. Oh, that sucks. Bye bye, Mr. Shovel. I only had like efficiency and unbreaking on it. Oh well. That's the other thing I forgot. Kind of been making this into a bit of a volcano going on up here. Kind of make it inch its way up just a little bit up to here, and this way it's kind of like, oh, that's a volcano sitting right there. Maybe we'll have it, you know, pour down here. Make it kind of have a little bit of a side explosion. There's endless of possibilities. On that, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a waterfall that I kind of created myself after doing some terraforming. I was tinkering with the idea of having another little house up here, though. kind of like we've got the two towers, got the bridge. Do we really need another house? Do we really need, anything up here? I don't know. I'm just kind of like at a loss at this point for what to do. So, yeah. I don't know. But I think I'm going to stop streaming here for now. No, it's been kind of uneventful and not that many people have been really watching. But for those of you that are probably watching this on YouTube or later on, thank you for watching and following and everything else. And I'll see you next time. See ya.